We want people who are documented, who are permitted, yes, to be allowed to work. Our own weaknesses and failures in service delivery, in governance and slow pace of economic growth, as well as the high levels of unemployment, have demoralized and alienated many individuals in our country. We cannot blame our people if they question whether our democracy, our constitution, or our economy, and indeed our movement and the alliance really work for them.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, where we cut through the noise and tell it like it is. Picture this, our president stands up at a half-empty stadium, admitting his government has failed us with sky-high unemployment and rotten service delivery. But in the same breath, he pushes for more foreigners to come and take our jobs, as long as they've got papers, he says. This blatant contradiction from the ANC's January 8 statement is straight up gaslighting, and it's got South Africans raging about how our leaders are selling us out. If you're fed up with this mess at our borders and the corrupt and incompetent ANC, hit that subscribe button right now, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We're building a community here that's ready to fight for this country.
Our government continues to strengthen immigration management through the Border Management Authority, the review of immigration policies and regulations and legislation that prioritize employment for South Africans. We have said very clearly that we want people who are documented, who are permitted, yes, to be allowed to work. Those who do not have permits to work, who are not documented, the employers thereof will be committing a criminal offense, and we will be going after those types of employers. We want to create jobs and economic opportunities, and opportunities to use young people to use their energy, their creativity and innovation to build their communities and their country. However, we must also recognize that our own weaknesses and failures in service delivery, in governance and slow pace of economic growth, as well as the high levels of unemployment, have demoralized and alienated many individuals in our country. We cannot blame our people if they question whether our democracy, our constitution, or our economy, and indeed our movement and the alliance really work for them.
So on January 8, 2026, at the ANC's 114th anniversary rally in Moruleng Stadium, Northwest, President Cyril Ramaphosa delivered the party's big January 8 statement. The place wasn't packed, loads of empty seats, which says a lot about how people are turning their backs on the ANC. He reflected on 2025 and laid out priorities for 2026, like fixing local governments and boosting the economy. But the real kicker was his talk on immigration. He praised the Border Management Authority for strengthening controls and said that they're reviewing policies to prioritize jobs for citizens. He made it clear that they'll crack down on employers hiring undocumented workers, calling it a crime. He then continues admitting that the ANC's own failures in governance, slow growth, and massive unemployment have left our people demoralized and questioning if democracy even works for them. But in the very same speech, he talks about how he completely supports foreigners coming to work here as long as they're documented. So what exactly do you mean, President? You say you're against high unemployment, but at the very same time, you want to import foreigners to come work here. That's gaslighting in 4K. This whole speech is absolute rubbish. How can Ramaphosa praise the BMA for effective interventions when we know that they're begging for more staff, real fences, and power to actually lock up repeat offenders? BMA officials are constantly complaining about deporting the very same illegals 4 or 5 times a day because there's no proper border.
Normally here with the Zimbabweans, we just take them back to Zimbabwe. Then when they arrive in Zimbabwe, it seems as if they are not being dealt with. They have been coming back. Immediately when you arrived here, sometimes you'll be deporting one person maybe 4 to 5 times in a day.
It's a joke. Yet, here's the president encouraging foreigners to come work here. And by the way, he's not talking about these so-called scarce skill jobs. We're talking about regular jobs here, from teaching, nursing, to managing restaurants and all sorts. Regular gigs that unemployed South Africans could fill. He claims that the ANC's policies are about prioritizing us, but in the very same speech encourages foreigners to come work here. What the heck? This isn't policy, it's gaslighting in 4K. The ANC knows that they're failing, but they're putting up this strong front while pushing an agenda that floods our job markets with foreigners. Is it for votes? Is it for cheap labor? Whatever it is, it's betrayal. And let's not forget the bigger picture. The ANC outlined 6 priorities for 2026, but guess what? Deporting undocumented foreigners or sealing borders didn't make the cut in the main list. Operation Tutula and others are calling them out for ignoring the real crisis. Meanwhile, our economy is tanking, services are crumbling, and crime is through the roof, much of it linked to this border mess. South Africans aren't buying the slogans anymore. We're demanding action. Down with the ANC's weak excuses. It's time to put South Africans first. This speech is a wake-up call that our leaders are out of touch and are selling us down the river. If you're as fed up as I am about this betrayal, share this video far and wide. Drop your thoughts in the comments on what we should do next. Watch the video on your left to see illegal foreigners attacking and insulting South African soldiers at the Limpopo border. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Until next time.